Hey everybody, it's Jonathan from Unmask Our Kids in the Connecticut Liberty Rally. Hey, I was just going live to tell you about the protest that's happening on Sunday at 12 p.m. at the Governor's Mansion in Hartford. It's at 990 Prospect Ave. Details are at the link, ctliberty.org. Go to the events tab. So I know, yeah, it's short notice. It's Sunday, it's 12 p.m. And I know that there's a million other places that all of us would rather be on Sunday than maybe going out to the streets of Hartford, out to the Governor's Mansion, which is actually in the like fancy part of Hartford, and going to do a protest. So I know it's only a few days' notice. I know it's 12 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon, and he'd rather be doing something else. I'd rather be doing something else too. But we just got to take the opportunities to actually go have a protest and go out there and make a statement when they come up. So the passport issue has been in the news like crazy this week. There's been a lot of people trying to stir up the pot and rattle the cages here about the vaccine passport rollout. So what we can do is we can go and we can show up and we can go have a protest. And unless hundreds and hundreds of us are going to go out there, it's not going to look like it needs to look. So I'm just urging you, please make this a priority. I know people have church. I know people have other stuff going on that they'd rather be doing on Sunday, and as do I. But I'm gonna push everything else aside, and I'm gonna go make an effort, and I'm gonna go out there and stand out there with the sign and call up some friends, and we're gonna go out and protest on Sunday. So that's what's going on Sunday at 12 p.m. I'm urging you to please go out there and stand with us. There's easy parking for this one. It's at Elizabeth Park, right across the street, like basically diagonally from the Governor's Mansion in Hartford, 990 Prospect Ave, is Elizabeth Park. So there's all sorts of parking lots and street parking down by Elizabeth Park. You can just walk right across the street to the Governor's Mansion. I just ordered a bunch of lawn signs that talk about stop vaccine passports. So there'll be some pre-made ones, but I'm asking you to please make a sign to bring with you. Grab some friends as well, but we're going to be bringing, maybe even passing out some talking points. We're going to be calling the press out. I'm going to put out a press release. So hopefully this will get into the news on Sunday, maybe even Monday morning as the press comes out. But, talking about segregation, because what vaccine passports are going to do is segregate people. And the thing is that what we really should be talking about is how, because African American and Hispanic people are getting vaccinated less than white people, when you have a vaccine passport, when people aren't going to be allowed to be inside of an establishment anymore, that means more African American and Hispanic people are going to be not allowed into these places than white people. So it's like minorities are going to be adversely affected by this even worse. So it is segregation because you're segregating people based on medical status, but it's also segregation because it's systemic racism. It's something that's going to adversely affect minority people more than white people. This is something that should be talked about. And so, this is what this is one of the focuses that we're going to have in this whole debate, is that it doesn't matter what color your skin is or your medical status. You shouldn't be segregating people for any reason, and Governor Lamont should not be making it easier for businesses to ask people for their medical status and require you to have a vaccination to go in there. And it's becoming apparent what I've already been saying for 3 weeks. When the government subsidizes something, you get more of it. Governor Lamont basically said yesterday he expects more and more businesses to start taking up this vaccine passport system as it becomes available for these businesses to do it. So, this is a red line for me. There's 2 red lines: mandated shots for me or my kids, and vaccine passports. So that's why I'm all amped up and going all in on this issue, because this is one of these things. This is not going to go away. If this starts taking root here in Connecticut, this is not going away. So we got to stand up now. This is one of those Minuteman activities, engagements that's happening here, that can happen here in the state. It's like we just got to go when the time is right. Next week is Christmas. There's really no good dates around Christmas to try to have a protest. What made sense to do was get out there immediately. And I talked to some people that are working with the Republicans and we're trying to coordinate efforts here and really make a statement in it, because this isn't a Republican issue or a Democrat issue. This is a human issue. This is something that we shouldn't be segregating people. Even the people that have been vaccinated don't want to have to get a booster. They don't want to have to show proof of how many shots to go into what establishments going forward. This gets really sloppy and really unpopular really quickly. So I'm glad to see Governor Lamont digging a little ditch for himself here in the 2022 election. That's great, but not at the cost of our freedom. So please make every effort, and please, come out at 12 o'clock. I'm going to try to go to church early and get out there myself so I can be in Hartford by 12. I'm asking you to do the same thing, and please spread the word. I shared the link in the description of this video. Please share that link around Facebook. There's a couple like graphics that I made for the protest, and please share those links around social and on other channels, Twitter, Telegram, Instagram, wherever you can, to try to get more people involved. You're going to stop vaccinepassports.net, sign the petition. You'll be on the email list as well. So please come on out. I'm hoping that hundreds of people will come out. Please share this video as well. Let's spread the word as far as we can and get as many people out there as we can. I hope to see you. Please come out. If you haven't been to a protest before, this is peaceful, and it's actually, cathartic. It's kind of nice to get around like-minded people and share the burden of doing this with each other. But I appreciate you for actually coming out and making this a priority on Sunday. We'll be out there for probably an hour or two. It's supposed to be maybe 2 hours at max. So come out at 12, hang out. If you get out of church a little late or can't quite make it there by 12, no worries, get out there as soon as you can. But for as many of us that can, please be there at 12, because if we tell the press 12 o'clock, they're just going to show up with their cameras and take a little shot of whoever's there. And if it looks like 5 people, that's what they'll show on the news, even if 20 minutes later 100 people came. But I would expect hopefully at least a couple hundred people to show up. So please, I hope that you're going to be one of them. And I'll see you out there on Sunday. Thanks, everybody.